All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and let's talk about new tools. All right, so, everybody loves new tools, so let's see what I got. All right, first up, pick this up off the Mack truck just because I left it on a car that's, well, still apart, and I'm still waiting on parts because, parts. But my original set of these is getting worn, the handles are getting worn, and I always like having backup tools, so I went ahead and got another one. They originally came out by AST. They're now made by everybody, but they are the best hose clamp, spring type hose clamp pliers out there. They just work better than anything else. They've got multiple grooves. This is my original pair. As you can see, the grips are worn. I use the snot out of this, so always good to have a backup. But as you can see, it's got grooves for two different angles on those spring type hose clamps. And these are the best hose clamp pliers I've used. They work the best as long as you can get them in there. Obviously they're pliers, so sometimes they just won't fit. But other than that, these are the best design for those type of hose clamps. These are the best designed hose clamp pliers out there, period, end of story. As long as you can get them in there, they work the best. I've got the Mack ones, those are great as long as you're on the right angle. Otherwise they want to pop sideways and that kind of stuff. These just work, so I got me a second set. I got this off the Mack truck because he got requested it by some Audi guys, and it is a CTA part number 7654B. It is a 14 millimeter 12-point spark plug socket on a swivel. Now I've got two other CTA 14 millimeter spark plug sockets. Love them. One of the problems with them though is, especially on the BMWs that are sharply angled, you got to have a swivel and you have to have a locking extension because they don't want to come back out. It's just kind of the design it is. So you got to have a locking extension. I've got one that's a swivel, but I have to use a locking extension. Now I got an extension attached to it so it can't come out. So now I bought these also off the Mack truck, but you can buy them on Amazon. And this actually isn't for shop use. This is actually for home use, computers and stuff. Now these are Vessel screwdrivers, Phillips, P1 and P0. Part number is 910. Well, I thought the part number was 910, but apparently it's not because they're both the same part number. But these are made in Japan, and these are a 0 and a 1 screwdriver. If you don't know, I build computers and have a server and stuff like that. P0 will come in really handy for installing M.2 SSDs, so they're going home. Next two tools are, well, set up for Honda. We work on a lot of Hondas here, and I've never had the valve adjusting tool like I do now. I've always meant to buy it. It was either out of stock or I'd forget about it, yada, yada, yada. But I now have the standard 10 millimeter valve adjusting tool. Now I got this off the Matco truck. Part number is MST 8895. It's basically a 10 millimeter wrench. And you adjust, loosen the jam nut and you adjust the valve. Then also off the Matco truck, I got these feeler gauge holders, and obviously they're color coded. One is, cold, intake, red is exhaust, and I've already got the feeler gauges for Honda V6 already in there. I haven't had the chance to use these, but I'm not super stoked about them. So I've got a set coming from Snap-on, but they're not here yet. Bam Bam swears by his set of feeler gauge holders, so we'll compare them at some point, but never can have too many options. Okay, the last new tool isn't really a tool, but it's something that's really important. Yep, that's right. Got new air protection. My last set of heavy duty ear protection, well, kind of broke. So bought a new set. They work fine. They cancel noise. They're what you're supposed to do when you're air hammering and making a lot of noise. So they work good. You know, wear ear protection because, you know, can't replace your ears. You can only add hearing aids, and, well, best to keep your ears good. So I hope you like my new tools. As always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.